السلام عليكم متابعين نجوم العلوم في كل مكان. من الهندسة إلى التصميم نقلة نوعية تدخل نجومنا الثلاثة في آخر دوامات نجوم العلوم. في هذه المرحلة سيكون العمل على تحديد العلامة التجارية للابتكارات ووضع خطط عمل كاملة متكاملة، والافتتاحية مع الخبير كلود شكر الله.
رح جرب أكثر شيء أحكي عن the brand and not necessarily the branding. أوكي؟ مهم different بيناتهم. The difference بيناتهم is based actually on وحدة it's technical, the branding. وحدة it's not. We are exposed to more than 3,500 brand messages
every day.
عم نحكي on average. I'm going to give you an example. You're going to understand very quickly. وقت تتوقع بكره شو بيصير؟ بدق الريفاي مش هيك بدق الالارم.
صح.
شو بتبصر؟ ايفون.
فيها ايفون او سامسونج.
بتقوم تفرش اسنانك، تعمل كريست على اورال بي، بتفوت تحمم ببالمونيز. اوكي؟ بتضل بعد ما تروح من البيت باي ذا واي. You go for a Nescafe. You don't start your day بعد ما نزلت على الطريق، بعد ما اخذت سيارتك اللي هي براندد. اوكي؟ وبعد ما شفت الادفرتايزنج على التلفزيون، وبعد ما شفت البانويات والراديو مين عم بيحكي عن شو. So we are overloaded with messages every day. How to get your message across? You have a beautiful product, guys. In a monopole world, you don't have a problem. But in 8 billion people around you, you will have issues. Okay? So how to create your brand? In 2010, the brand Coca-Cola was valued for dollars. 70 billion.
The brand.
70 billion.
The brand.
Okay, 70 billion يعني عم تحكي تقريبا 3 بلاد الجي دي بي تبعهم موصولين ببعضهم. In 2014, the brand Apple was valued for 700 billion. It's more than Africa. Okay? This is a brand. This is not branding. This is not product. This is a brand. So, what makes a brand? Is it merchandising? Is it an attitude? Is it marketing? Is it a logo? Is it a tagline? Is it a website? A name? A character? A brochure? Is it a service? Is it a product? Is it a person? شفنا بالفيلم أوبرا, huh?
Yeah, it can be a person.
Oh, of course it can be a person. Of course it can be a person. All the actors of Hollywood are brands.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It is
exactly. When you see the actor, you will see the movie.
Exactly. So you associate it with a very specific thing. So actually, it's all this and much, 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 much more. Okay? In fact, what we just talked about are only the tools. ما في شيء بينعمل بلا tools. هلا التولز هدول these are fragments of what we can do لأنه الليست أكبر بكثير من هيك. بس ما نفكر بولا طريقة إذا عملنا كل هدول بلا ما نعرف على المضبوط شو بدنا وين بدنا نروح فيها. Don't even think of succeeding. In terms of brands, I'm not talking in terms of product. The products, guys, you are the leaders in this. I have no doubts. Okay? In terms of brand, you will go nowhere if you don't think about your baby.
إلى أسبيتار، أبرز المستشفيات المتخصصة في الطب الرياضي في العالم. كان المشتركين الثلاثة زيارة لإدراك أهمية التصميم في تصنيع النماذج الهندسية.
Welcome. Here we are at Aspetar in the exercise and sports science area, which is fairly evident from all the equipment going on. One of the things that I wanted you guys to come and see is this journey that happens. You're going through the prototyping phase, and you're looking at how your projects are going to actually interact with the real world. I have the pleasure of introducing you to Craig Tanner, who's a senior podiatrist here at Aspetar, and he is going to be able to answer the questions for you on the technical level that I am not.
أنا أول ما دخلت على البرفورمانس لاب اليوم كثير تحمست لأنه شفت كل شيء فيه تريدميلز، وأنا صار لي 3 شهور على التريدميل عم بشتغل. أول ما صارت فرصة إنه حد منا يطلع على التريدميل دغري طوعت لأنه كثير كنت متحمس. وأنا قلت أوكي كمان تريدميل، بس هاي تريدميل غير لأنه التريدميل اللي عم استعملها انا بتعطي يمكن 4 أو 5 معلومات، هاي بتعطي 5 صفحات داتا وجرافت وتشارتس وكل شيء، فكثير كنت متحمس انه اجربها وشوف شو بيطلع منها نتائج.
What we have here is what we call an instrumented treadmill, which allows us to run clients and athletes at different speeds and actually measure the pressures across their feet, some forces going through their body, and compare it to the video.
What I love about this place is they're taking all this research, all these metrics, and they're actually in this very building turning them into actual applications and products.
اليوم تعلمنا كثير عن أهمية الرابid بروتوتايبنج اللي هي أنك تصنع بروتوتايب بسرعة وتقدر تحاول تروح فيه على الماركت وتعمل له يعني تشوف الزباين أو الكاستمرز المعقول يستخدموه.
هذا السيشن اللي عملناها اليوم اسبيتال يعني كانت مفيدة لي كثير، حيث أنه هذا يعني مختبر الأداء يعني performance laboratory، فهذا بالنسبة لي مهم كثير لأنه أنا في شغلي وماي PhD thesis وحتى الآن يعني شغلي مع الطلاب يعني نستعمل كثير هذه الأجهزة، وهون يعني في هذا المخبر يعني أجهزة متطورة كثير يعني آخر التكنولوجيات، فأنا حاولت يعني أخذ الماكسيموم انفورميشن من جريك وكان ممتع الوقت معه.
So this is our scanning station, basically. So it's a 3D laser scanner. If you have a seat here, it can give you an idea.
لما جربتها أنا يعني تشوف your 3D model, foot 3D model in the computer is weird, but it's very interesting. And then لما رحنا للماشين اللي تعمل printing، الماشين هي تعمل عكس ما تعمل 3D printing، يعني ما تجيبش ماتيريال وتوضعه، تحط الماتيريال وتعمل يعني تحفر في الماتيريال. So it was really cool to see it. الآن القالب الماشين is making it، فممكن يعني بعد ساعات نحصل على القالب ونعبيها سوفينير اللي معي.
Today in Aspetar, it was a really good experience. What I enjoyed the most was seeing how fast you can make these products. At the end of the day, my project has a very similar goal. We want to make people's lives that much easier.
العمل على التصاميم الهندسية سيستهل بعد الفاصل، خلاله بإمكانكم التسجيل للموسم الثامن عبر starsofscience.com. إذا أردت أن تحول أحلامك إلى حقيقة فأول ما عليك فعله هو أن تستيقظ. استيقظ المشتركون اليوم على زيارة جون فغالي ليشاركهم أحلامه الريادية.
A friend of mine كان عم يشتغل على روبوت في كارنيجي ميلون، حبيته كثير وقلت له I approached him قلت له why don't we take it and we turned it into a toy. It was it cost about 6 million in R&D. كان عم يشتغل عليه عدة جامعات وكان عليه R&D تقريبا 5-6 سنين عم يشتغل عليه researchers ب3 جامعات بأمريكا. Pretty complex، حقه كثير يعني about the cost of it is about $20,000 in terms of components لأنه في processors وكاميرايات وموتورات وهيك. It's a prototype, it's not a production. قلت له what about if we take that prototype and make it a toy يعني a robot toy for like $10. قال لي إنه مجنون أنت يعني إنه كأنك عم تاخذ فيراري أو لامبورجيني
صح تعملها بايسكل
عم تعملها ماتش بوكس. عرفت؟ قلت له أنا إنه أنا I feel that it will work. Okay. And this was the start of قررنا نبلش. اشتغلنا كذا شهر. أول شيء أخذنا بروتوتايب اللي حقه tens of thousands of dollars. عملنا one for about $60. أكيد it's a rough prototype يعني بيمشي أنجح بيمشي يعني بس it showed إنه if we work more we have a chance. مش إنه رح يزبط بس we have a chance. وكررت المسبحة يعني. توصلنا ل our product line which شركتنا أول my first startup is called Bassanova Robotics, which the mission was I would say is the IKEA of robots. So IKEA democratized furniture. It took expensive, good-looking furniture, made it cheap. We took expensive, research-grade robots, and we made it affordable to everyone. So we launched a whole product line worldwide, بكل العالم, robots for $60. I want to show you short videos.
Yeah, we'd love to see a video.
In the land of the rising fun lurks the ultimate evolution. Part 8, part what? Pure power. Primate. With an arsenal of advanced robotic intelligence and high-tech sensors, they rage, they rock, they roll over everything. They come to conquer, and the only person who can stop them is you. The power of Primate
That was in 2007?
That was in 2008. That's pre-iPhone age, so things are a bit... This is pretty old, I would say, 7 years.
It still looks relevant.
It still looks relevant. So going back to my passion of designing cars, and this is how you connect the dots afterwards. So we hired a famous designer, industrial designer, and a lot of inspiration with Primate is based on car design. So إذا بيطلع واحد على ظهره عنده like mufflers, exhaust تبعوله is based on a Lambo exhaust. So مزبوط إنه أنا I didn't do industrial design, but I worked with industrial designers. We sat and designed together. So sort of يعني ما تقطع الوقت عملت اللي بدي أعمله يعني مع إن كنت ماني قادر أعمله. كمان as part of Boston Robotics, we launched a very successful robot. It's for girls. Robots for girls are very hard, especially لأنه most guys design things for girls.
Exactly.
So it's a
You
bit
don't know how
of
they
a
think.
disconnect.
Yeah.
Exactly. لشركة كنا 3 guys. أول order إجانا على إيطاليا, and it was a huge order, like tens of containers of bamboo shipped to Italy, and it sold for 4 years. 2010, I sold my portion of the company, so I exited.
You liquidated it.
I always loved watches, so I'm a watch guy. I've always wanted to have a watch company. So 2010, I launched my first watch company out of my bedroom in Beirut, actually. So I was in Lebanon. I wanted to do something, and I launched a product line called Watch Me. So I created the brand Watch Me, and I launched basically selling in Beirut. That was the first series, أول وحدة. بلشت بيروت, من بعدين طلعت من برا بيروت, رحت على دبي, رحت على السعودية, رحت على إيطاليا, ورحت على أفريقيا, Nigeria.
And it sold well, yeah.
And it sold well. بعدين قلت إنه I want to get into the American market. So hard, always hard. American market is hard. So I contacted QVC, which is the home shopping network in America. They said no, we're not interested. 6 months later, they come to me and they say, we're interested, but you have 3 weeks to deliver 6 airplanes of product. I said...
You're making them in China as well.
Yeah, so they said 3 weeks. You have 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
In October, I had to deliver before Thanksgiving. لأنه season, Christmas season بأمريكا ببلش. Thanksgiving is the opening. Is everything you're saying. قالوا لي, you have 3 weeks, can you do that? قلت لهم yes. قالوا لي, you have 3 weeks, can you do that? قلت لهم yes. قالوا لي, if you don't deliver in 3 weeks, you have penalties every day. A penalty for delay. So I packed myself in a plane, I go Shanghai, and then from Shanghai my factory was in Xiamen, and I spent 3 weeks at the factory working 18 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we shipped on time with a lot of problems along the way, but we made it on time. And it was a big seller. So we were selling 3 watches together. It was a pack. These are 3 colors in a pack. And my latest venture, which I've been working on for a couple of years, and this is my baby right now, is Walking Thumbs. And what I'm doing is we're building the next generation of the emoji or smiley face in mobile messaging by leveraging the sensors on the phone. So we use all the sensors on the phone to allow you to do things that were never possible before. So for example, you can high-five someone by high-fiving your phone. You can hug someone by hugging your phone, and it's infinite. It's a platform of expressions. I'm going to show you a video about it.
Blood cake. Cake.
So عملنا كثير studies على شو بيصير بconversation text messaging conversations. 80% 80% من text message conversation من بنت لبنت has emojis in it, dominated by emojis.
When do you start raising money? What's the best stage that would, okay, I want to go to a round?
Before you even think about the idea. You know?
Really?
Always, 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 always. Money is the key to do something. So.
Don't you want to hold it off as long as possible to build the valuation?
But this is like واحد yes, but not always the case unless you have a lot of money to start with, obviously.
And for equity, yeah? تعطي equity?
I mean, it's expensive, obviously, but better than nothing. So 50 or 1% of something better than 100% of nothing.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So obviously, إذا عندك مصاري, or you can put the first money yourself to build to a certain stage where you can raise later. Obviously, that's good. It's about how much you believe in your dream and how big you think it is. But between nothing and something, I would say something is always better. And this something could be for many reasons. I've been involved in a lot of projects. Maybe the money is not there, just the exposure is there. And I've been given, luckily, a lot of opportunities in life. And that's why I was able to do a lot of stuff, you know. I mean, but I am a person who started literally from zero, you know, literally from zero. But I wasn't driven by the money, you know. You're driven by how far you can take yourself. Money will follow. And I said I'm going to give myself 10 سنين. 10 سنين رح جرب. إذا ما مشى الحال, I will bet it will work.
How you got يعني كيف تجوك new ideas؟ يعني تقرأ على يعني you read about technology, everything, you are updated.
No, I'm not big on research.
Yeah.
Plus it's a good and bad.
Yeah.
The good part إنه في كتير قصص عملتها there was something maybe along those lines يمكن لو قريت عنها كنت قلت لا. So that's the good part. The bad part إنه أيام it takes you longer to do something لأنه if you did the right research it could have been shorter. So what I learned too is practice. Do a lot of stuff. Do a lot of stuff. More projects, more stuff. بتصير تتعلم أكتر, بتصير تعرف أكتر لأنه you can read forever, you know. I've read a lot and I learned in 1 month what I probably read for years.
Yeah.
بعتقد أنتو الإكسبيرينس هون
تعلمنا كتير.
تعلم واحد بشهرين قد يمكن لو بده يقرا شيء موسوعات وموسوعات وموسوعات لأنه رياليتي شوي different.
بتراك دوت كان عندك a physical product وapp that corresponds to it.
مزبوط صح.
In this case, in my case and in Murad's case, sorry, عندنا physical product and an app that corresponds to it. So كيف بتنجح الاب على الاب ستور او على البلاي ستور؟ أو what's the business model of launching a product with an app?
Usually with connected devices you sell the product.
You sell the product first.
They sell the product first لأنه البرودكت بيجيب لك الاب والاب ما لها معنى بلا البرودكت.
صح.
إجمالا بس مش كلهم هيك.
So كيف بعت التراك دوت؟
تراك دوت you go retailer straight to market يعني بتبيع luggage companies بعت البرودكت.
نستطيع أن نحلم كما نشاء لكن الحلم لا يتحقق بلا عناء. العناء الحقيقي في الأيام المقبلة من مرحلة التصميم. حلقة اليوم انتهت فيا ترى كيف ستنتهي حلقة الغد؟ إلى الغد فرج ورحمة. أما الآن